Hi, it's been a while since I made a video, but I'm back to make a new one. And this one is a request that's coming in from my #1 fan, Willow. And she has requested that I make some candies. So today I'm going to make pomegranate jellies. So what do we have here? We have pomegranate juice. We have some fruit pectin, 2 tablespoons of that. I'm going to add a little bit of orange extract too. So I have a teaspoon of orange extract. I have a 1/4 cup of sugar. And then to make sure that the pectin sets up good, I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice. This is 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. So let's get started here. I'm going to use 8 ounces of my pomegranate juice. Filled that up quite a bit. And we are going to mix these things together. And then we're going to cook that to 225 degrees. Once I get to that temperature, I'm going to pour that into my candy molds here. If you don't have candy molds, you can just use a plastic lined ramekin or something like that and slice up the jellies later. So let's get our, this pot here is going to be easy because it has a pour spout on it. And so later on I can just pour it into there. I'm going to put in my pectin first with my sugar. And I'm going to use the sugar just to break up any clumps of the pectin that are in there so we don't end up with big pieces that don't dissolve. Next, I'm going to add my lemon juice and my pomegranate juice. I'm going to reserve the orange extract until later. I'll put that in at the end. So let's go and cook this. Okay, so let's get this started here. I have a temperature probe. You can use a candy thermometer, but this will measure what I need it to. Now it's going to take a few minutes for this to come up to 225 degrees because it's going to be a little bit syrupy at that point. Alright, so come back in a minute and we'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so our candy has been cooking for about 25 minutes, maybe a little longer. We're going to take it off the stove now. It's at 225 degrees. You'll see that it's very thick and already starting to gel. So we have to work fast to get it into our candy molds. So we're only making a few candy molds today, but you could double or triple this recipe. Just make sure your pot is big enough because this will boil up at some points as you approach the 225 degrees. You can see it's already starting to cool down and gel. And that's about all of the candies we're going to get out of there nicely. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and I'm going to let it set up. And then we'll unmold our candies. Okay, it's been probably about an hour and a half and our candies have been in the fridge here. So we're going to pop them out of our molds and see how they look. Not too bad. And they're very, you can see they're very jelly-like. And they cut easily. So if you made a bigger one, you could easily cut this up into bite-sized pieces. What you may have noticed before is that I forgot to add my orange extract, so that if you do this at home, go ahead and add the orange extract right at the end before and stir it in before you pour these out.